واحد اثنين ثلاثة.
Why settle for two?
when third time is the charm.
Welcome to the tripod. Welcome to the tripod. They do say old is gold, but you did know that we are the triplets that you needed. I go by the name Zereda, but you can call me Z.
I'm Rejoice Nyoka.
And I'm Byron Ochieng.
You guys sound so official. Like, are you in a governmental interview? What's happening here? You're official. So as we stated, Byron and I, one day we were just walking around a store. We found an outfit and we decided to put it on a seat. So Rejoice, tell us, how did we collect you? Because
You're saying you've collected me as though you brought me from some trash can.
fam, are you calling yourself trash and not treasure?
I don't know. Why you like that, Zereda? Anyways, I think I met Byron through Z. She just told me, "Oh, Rejoice, we're having a podcast, and I think we'd like you to join." So they put me on a hot seat like an interview.
Very important.
Yeah.
But then I passed through. Thank Jesus.
You passed through. You did. It's giving.
But how did you two meet?
Me and Z,
I need to know that story.
actually, we met in a salon.
Yeah, quite literally.
The first time I saw her, I was like, eh. But then
What did
anyway.
Hey!
Talks too much.
Gladly, guys.
No,
What did you do without
Talks
me in
too
your life? Huh? You need flavor.
Talks
No,
too much.
but I met her through a friend that I really liked, and I trust her taste. I knew that she wouldn't introduce me to somebody that's not right for me.
That's not right for
But
you.
we clicked anyway.
Yeah, it was very easy actually, because the conversation was very hair, nail oriented. I was showing her, I think, my nail design. I've always been a baddie. Don't see me like this. And they come from far. So I was always that girl. And then, the rest is history. And then after that, we just clicked. And how did you meet Rejoice?
Through you. During an interview. When she came to interview for the co-host position. But that's how we met, right?
Yeah. And it's been uphill from there, I guess. 1 week friendship. Oh, yeah.
And here we are.
And here we are indeed. Yeah. So I think just getting back into the feel of things, how are you guys feeling right now? Like, what's the one thing you would say, like, Hasi, in your lives, it's hectic. Like, this is the one thing that's bothering you.
Byron, go first.
Men first.
What's really bothering me right now?
Yeah.
How I'll make millions. That's the only thing that's bothering me, actually.
So it's money.
Money.
Oof.
Not just money.
A
How I'll
lot of
make
money.
millions. I'm specific on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what's stressing you right now.
Nothing else.
Just making money.
Making money.
So is it like money for you? You see a larger vision?
For me first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other people come and other
Second.
things come second. But for me first.
But then I think all youths these days, it's not only youths, everybody's problem right now is
It's
money.
money.
Everybody wants
You'd be
nice
surprised.
things.
If you don't have money problems, you're good.
Actually, if you don't have money problems, you're
You're good.
There
If
are
you
people
don't
who have cancer and they have the
No
money
idea.
to treat it, but they can't. Fam.
No. Even poor people have cancer. But now they don't have money for
guess.
chemotherapy.
But then
But the person with money
But if you
can
have,
pay for their chemo.
imagine having money and not having a
it's different.
solution.
But you
but
can
then-
also not have the money and still don't have the
Why are you
solution.
focusing?
But I'd rather have the money.
no, but then there is some level of comfort money will give you. Even if you
Yes.
have cancer, you'll have good treatment, you eat well, and then even you'll die at peace because the people I'm leaving behind, I'm leaving them with money. But imagine you have 5 kids,
Imagine you have cancer and you don't have money.
you
You
don't
die
have
quick.
money.
Yo, I
die
think it's the
quick,
lack
very
of
quick.
money that kills you. It's not the cancer. But I think, I just want to live my life. I think I really want to travel a lot.
You need the money.
I am aware, but there are also opportunities that don't need money. But
Like which
what?
opportunities?
like there was a travel opportunity actually that came up with like some entity that was a part of. It was a program, and they cater to your travel so that you get the experience. It's like in
But
international
then
relations.
they don't pick anybody from the streets. You must have gone to school. You must have had a certain level of education.
The
but
point
then
here
without
is
money,
the
you
point
wouldn't
here
have
is
had
you
that
can travel
education.
and you didn't. I didn't have money, but I traveled and I got money when I came back.
This is the thing. You travel. Let me say they decide to take you to Paris. You're in Paris. You don't
Yes.
have money to do shopping.
To shop.
Oof.
They took you there.
No. But
Now
then
they
the
took
fact
you
but they
there.
that I'm
usually
in
give you a,
Paris, it
a
doesn't
stipend.
matter.
Hey, for
fact
me it
that I'm in
matters.
Paris.
It matters. I'm sorry.
I'm
Because
here and I'm not sure.
without money,
You
you're
did better being in Paris.
without money, you're only limited. You're only limited to what
You
what
can
you've
just
been
walk
offered in the
around.
package.
But for me,
going
it's,
to that
it's
place.
experience. Why is he? I'm here video calling you. I'm like, my scenery is different. I don't
Imagine.
need AC. I'm moving in the street.
You're in Paris just in the room because you know.
No. But then the environment is different. The place feels different.
Yeah.
And we're in Juba. I'm not maxing life yet. It's better I be that
And
side.
you're not doing what?
Maxing life.
But I remember you such a term. I'm not maxing life.
Yes.
But Kenyans, people
Living
don't
to
know
the
maxing.
maximum.
Ooh, ita.
Making sure you enjoy life to the maximum. There are people who are
Exactly.
living, there are people who are surviving.
Oof, damn.
No.
Say that again.
So it's either you're living or you're surviving.
Yo.
Now, in
Me,
Arabic,
I'm
we have
leaving.
something. We say, we have something says, Finas Aisha or Finas Daisha. Like there are people who are living, and then there's some people who are just confused. You don't know what you're doing. You're just
You're
all over the
surviving.
place.
Me, I'm leaving. I refuse to be
There are
on the
people who are
other
not actually
side.
surviving. If we're being honest, there are people
Yeah.
who are not actually surviving.
Yo.
So,
Anyways, some people thought that the love of their life was the answer, was the solution. And I
No.
think...
Sorry.
No.
Continue.
Interrupt, please.
Continue.
Tell me who broke your heart, Byron. Please.
Continue.
Open
No,
up.
before
You
you
know,
get
men,
into that-
men really open up.
Before you
Please
get
open.
into that,
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
asked me what's like stressing me up,
Yeah.
and I've said it.
Money.
I also want to hear what's stressing you guys up.
Hey, it's money across the board.
So everyone, it's all about
Yeah,
money.
yeah, yeah.
no, mine is not money actually.
Uh,
I think purpose.
You don't have money problems. So
Because I have money issues, but then it's not like a pressing issue because purpose is more pressing. Because there is you having money right now,
yeah.
but then you don't even know what to do with it.
I,
You can't-
wish
I
I,
know you
wish I
can't
can be in that
face.
position.
Let me have your problem.
No.
Let me have $500,000
And you don't
I
know
have
what to
nothing
do.
to do with it. Let me have it
No.
first.
But Byron, there is you having money. Did you see these rich people who are sad?
No.
I've seen.
I'm not seeing sad rich people. I'm sorry. Where are they? Let me help them.
Okay.
Use
Unless-
their
You've never
money.
been there when you have money, but you're still sad. You have money in your hands, but you're still sad. You've never been there.
No,
No,
I'm
not yet.
always stressed when I don't have money. Once I have money, I'm at peace.
Me not yet. Even when I have money, I just feel like my possibilities
From
are
this
endless. You know?
Like, I'm trying to imagine what problem. I'm sure, and I agree, there are some issues that money won't solve. But the fact that you have money at least still gives you peace.
And even the Bible says
Money
money,
doesn't
solves
give
all
peace,
things.
Money
Jama.
solves
Money
all
doesn't
things.
give
Eh,
peace.
Even the
money
Bible
solves
says-
Gives
all. The
happiness,
Bible
eh?
says
Yes.
money
Money
solves.
gives happiness, but peace is different from happiness here, Byron.
Me, I've seen people who are peaceful because they have money.
No,
Why not?
but then-
Because you know, if you want whatever you need, you get it.
I've seen a lot of people dying young, yet they have money. I've seen a lot of people
That is for
living
everyone, even
reckless.
poor people. In fact, poor people die very fast.
No,
Because of the lack of money.
No, but then imagine
That's
someone
why.
who has money and they die young. At
It's
least
just
when
their
you're poor
time.
and you die young,
It's just
there
their
is a
time.
reason. But then you have money
No,
and you die
what,
young.
what I'll
What
say,
is the problem?
the only reason that makes sense is when you have money and you die young, it means it was your time.
Yeah.
When you have
But
money
when
and
you
die
don't have
young,
money and you die because you don't have money, it means it was not your,
Your time. But
because of poverty.
but then there are people who have money and they're living reckless and they're dying young.
Rejoice.
But you see, one thing about money is this:
Yeah.
how you get them, how you find the money is what really matters.
Yeah.
When you get it in a right way, it won't really stress you. out.
Me, I've
You'll
seen
be at
scammers
peace.
who are okay.
Eh? Yes, true. There are scammers who are
Yeah.
very
Who are
okay.
they?
But at the
Okay.
end of the day, I believe that.
But
I really
anyway,
want to find someone who
I
has
agree
money
with
that
you.
is genuine and is not happy. genuine
True,
money and is
true.
not happy, I really would wish to meet that person and then tell them to give me that money. Then I give them happiness.
No, like it. I agree with you. How you get your money really matters, because you see a lot of people who are just throwing money around. They didn't actually sweat for it. That's why they're okay with spending it, giving it to whoever. But then if you really toil for your money and work hard for it, trust me, there is no way you'll just find someone and give them $10,000 or even if just £10. Me, I cannot give you 10,000 SSP for nothing.
Yeah.
For what?
But I don't believe that, because she's actually relatively generous. But I also believe that I think when you know when you're getting your money the right way, you move with a little bit more peace and confidence. But when you know you're not getting your money the right way, there's usually an unspoken fear of getting caught one day or running out. And that people who are so pompous and proud is because they don't think they'll ever get caught. That's the
Running
truth.
out. Did you see? Anyway, let me not talk
Yeah.
about it. But then I know so many people who are getting money in the not right way, but then they're just giving
Involve
it
us.
out.
That's this year's term. Involve me.
Are you ready to do what they do? You're not.
Hey, no, I'm not.
You're not ready.
Yeah.
But then you just, I think money, how you get it, and then there is a certain level of wisdom that you're supposed to have for you to be able to spend your money wisely. I've seen a lot of rich people who actually have a lot of money, but they don't just hand it out.
Yeah.
You have you seen like uncles or aunties who have money, but then for them to actually give you the money,
You need to explain.
you
what
need
you're
to
going do with that
explain
money.
yourself.
Like even write a proposal.
I have a friend who told me she has an auntie. Whenever she wants to ask for money from, you have to go through a whole interview. She's asking you, why am I giving you that money?
Yeah.
What are you going to use it for? When will you return it? And imagine she has a lot of money. She doesn't even need you to return the money back.
But I think, I don't know if you've read The Richest Man in Babylon. Literally, he was
You're
the
supposed
richest
to
man.
give me that book and you didn't
Yeah,
give it to
don't
me.
worry. I'll plug you after this. But one of the things he says is you need to know the value of your money. I think it's so easy, especially from going from a position of not having that knowledge. When I'm used to spend money, I'm not really looking at the value of it. I'm not looking of how cumulatively all of that money would amount to after. I'm just thinking, I really want to eat cake today. It doesn't matter if it will cost me like 30K, but I was happy. I ate cake, and that's all that matters. But when you know the value of money and you understand its power and what it can do for you, not today, but even in the tomorrow that you're not sure of, fam, you'll be cautious. Hey, we'll become CG financial analysts. Can we relax? Can we relax? Can we calm down?
Money runs everything.
So,
Yeah.
you were saying another...
Actually, there's a meme.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen. There's this meme that someone is sitting outside the balcony. Then there's a music that's playing
Yeah.
in like a Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah.
Money doesn't bring happiness. Then the guy slaps. Shut up!
Money brings
I
happiness.
see.
Money brings happiness.
It
But
brings
not
happiness.
peace. But not peace.
You
Happiness,
can't
but
declare
not
that for
peace.
everyone.
But can you?
Maureen.
But how can you not be peaceful? And you have money. Like the whole point
No,
is you have
happiness
money.
is different from peace here, Jama. You know, you can be in a party laughing and dancing with everyone, but then at
After
2
there,
a.m. when you're there alone on
I
your
mean,
bed,
Zereda means
laying
peace. So, I mean,
Like
really-
someone who's broken. Happy when they reach home at night
hey,
under
in
the
your
pillow
corner.
screaming.
Now
Sorry,
talk-
we might be talking about someone's life. Sorry.
get out of here. This, by the way, these people, they disrespect. Now, I think it's the whole concept of money is important. Everyone will be like, oh yeah, money is the most important thing. But let's be honest, we're living in a generation. I was actually watching a video, you guys, and he's a South African pastor, I think. I'm not too sure. He's a life coach, and he sat parents down. And he was telling them the reason as to why your daughter would choose a man, like a low quality man, as opposed to being with themselves is because of you. Yeah. And I think at times people are pursuing the love of their life, not money. And the funny thing is that even that pursuit of do you believe in a love of your life? Let's start from there. Do you think there's such a thing?
love of your life.
Yeah.
50%.
Eh?
50%, yeah, 50%. No. Because
If sorry, just
no,
finish.
no. It's okay.
Just finish.
Before you forget that
you
thought.
are saying something. I'll remember it. Just finish
Because of many
Because-
becauses.
Let me use myself as an example. I think I can find someone and and I love them truly, but then that doesn't mean that I can't love someone else the same. If you mess up, I can move on, man. And the same love that you're getting, that true same love, I can give it to somebody else.
I'll pose it as a question.
Yeah.
Have you never yet met the love of your life?
As a person, no. As the same as the same.
Leave Jesus.
Yes, leave Jesus
We are
out
not
of
talking
this.
about.
Leave
We
the
know
creator
Jesus
out
Why
of
you guys
this.
Jesus
anti-
is
why you anti-
the love
giving
of our
anti-
lives, all of us.
Ah.
Leave
You've
that,
never
put that
loved truly,
aside
Mori. Not
for
even
now.
a friend, not even a niece.
Oh,
No,
I was.
no.
You're talking about
You've never met someone and concluded that is you've met the love of your life.
as a partner, no.
But what is the love of your life? Maureen.
So you've just been dating people that you're not sure of.
I think I was learning. I think as a I don't know if it's a woman thing, but as an individual, I take a lot of time before I settle into anything. And I think at the time, I just accepted because like the ideology of dating was, okay, the person is interested in you and they're willing to put in this amount of effort, let's give it a shot. But I don't think individually, as an individual, I'm the one who is
Z.
What I'm trying to ask, even during this period that you're dating this person, there was no point that you felt like, I think this is the one.
That's what I was going to
I
ask.
think this is the one.
Are you thinking because you've not are you saying that because you guys are not how should I state this in the right way?
Because they're not together right now or something
when
like
you
that.
were together, did you tell them I love you?
Right now that you're not together, you can.
You're just saying that
say
because now you're not together
no.
anymore.
But
when you were
together,
together,
at some point,
I think
was
my
there-
comprehension of the love of your life and then a person you're dating and you potentially see a future with is completely different.
I think you're not answering
You're
my
not.
question. My question is,
you're not.
while you guys were dating,
Yeah.
there was no any point in this period that you felt like this is the one.
And
I
don't
felt like I
lie,
could
'cause
have-
I've seen you. I've seen you in a relationship
felt
before,
like-
so don't lie.
Calm down.
I've seen you.
You felt like what?
I think I saw a future. Yeah.
We
No,
know.
are you guys asking
We
me
know
the
Say what?
the
question?
Love,
fear
love.
is
Are you-
this. The guy will watch this podcast
Exactly.
and she'll be admitting that at some point she felt
Don't put words
See?
in my mouth. I have the capacity
she's going
to
to
speak.
Byron.
admit that.
Me, let me tell you, Z was in love. Let her not lie to us. She was in love. Let her not lie. You were in
You
love.
cannot hide from love.
You
Love is
guys,
love.
I'm a lovable person,
I
okay?
would disappear.
There was a time we were meeting.
My
I think we had a
partner?
meeting and I saw a call and it was. I saw the name. I was like, I've never even saved someone like
My
that
dear,
on my
you would
phone.
not rest.
When
My
did
I've
this
never
become,
even
my
saved
guys?
someone like
my
that
partner,
on my phone.
my partner,
Anyway, it's
see?
okay. Okay, me what I'll say. There are people I've dated and at some point I was like, I'm locking this, but then it did not work out. So I think that I think we even get married, but still it doesn't mean that is the love of your life. I think the love of your life is someone after you've lived for like 40 plus years is when now you can.
No, how many people
You
will
can
be
talk
alive
about
40
conclude
plus
this is
years?
the
What
love
does
of
the
your
love
life.
of your life mean, actually?
Yeah, what does it mean to you?
The love of your life, it means someone that you can love for life. That is
Yeah,
something
that's
for me.
And then we are still have to conclude.
Someone you can love. That's what I'm saying.
You see? You guys were putting words in, but no way. No.
We were just asking
No,
you, but
I've
now,
not met the love of my life, and I'm
maybe
sure
this is
then.
me.
We have no business saying the love of our lives.
Exactly. And you guys are imposing
Because
on me.
the love, just the word
Shame on
itself,
the both of you,
love
by the
of
way.
my
Then.
life.
Love
It
of
means
my life.
this is someone you love for life.
So
I've
meaning,
never called it not
You'll
the love
never
of my
even-
life.
you'll
Outrightly?
never- You'll never break up, or like I don't know how do I say it?
So meaning you make that decision when you're old and grey with that
No,
person
it's not
now.
a decision. It's something that you come to discover.
Okay, you
I
make
don't
that
believe
discovery
that.
when you're
See,
old
when
and
you're
grey.
old, mhm.
I think
Not
it's
now.
a choice. I think it's a choice.
So
I
you've
think-
never made that choice.
I think
Yes.
like fully the one where I was like push comes to shove, there was a bit of doubt. Yeah. So I've
But-
not met the love of my life.
But Z, you don't decide to love, do you?
Hey, love is a choice, not a
You don't
feeling.
this.
It's it's a choice. It's not a feeling.
You choose.
I don't have it.
I've
Okay, I've never experienced love at first sight. Have you?
I have.
No.
Okay, not
Those
love.
are-
Tell us
those
more.
are
Tell us more.
infatuations.
All my nieces,
Infatuations, exactly.
all my nieces and nephews were love at first
No,
sight.
no, no. You know
but-
what we mean. You know what we
No.
mean.
No.
You know what we
Those
mean.
are, that is
But then
blood.
me, I can look at someone and instantly feel like I like this person.
No,
Be
we're
That
saying
is
them.
love.
uh-huh.
Love.
You just like.
But you can't.
Love.
You can't just. No,
Love.
Maureen, you wait.
Even my throat is, it's
No.
struggling.
I can look at someone and instantly like them. that
Love. We're
very
asking about the
minute.
love.
Ah,
But
for
then
like
love.
is for like is okay.
Even me, I've seen some people I like.
that person.
But then how? What do you mean love at? You-
There are
I
people,
don't-
there are people you hear like they'll say from the first time I set
saw
my
her.
eyes on you,
I knew.
I knew you were the one.
Mm.
Mostly you hear that during weddings when people are making vows.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I've also seen of couples who, like, yeah, I mean, we can talk about them. I think Vanessa Mdee and Rotemi,
Mm.
like, she literally said she saw him and she knew that would be her husband.
But then, don't you think that these people, not just Vanessa Mdee, but these people who look at, who say in their wedding vows that the moment I saw this person, I knew this was the one. Don't you think that there are other people they met before and they looked at them,
But they
were
didn't
like-
marry them.
But still, they said that at that very moment, they said that is the person for me.
Have you seen that meme where they're like, what are you gonna tell the actual like love of like the love of your life? Like, I very, 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 very much so love you because of all the exes. But as in, I think talking about exes is such an interesting phenomena because now we're moving to a generation, or rather to a time where it's not I'm breaking up with my boyfriend, it's I'm divorcing my husband. And I think there's been such an epidemic, guys. Like, before, it's funny to have like 8 exes still waiting for your husband or your wife in number 9 or number 10, but you're already married. Like, what's going on? What do you guys think about this culture? The silence is deafening.
No.
I'm still thinking.
We really need to. I don't know, but it's true. People are really breaking up. I don't know if it's the fact that breakups is what is being talked about more than the relationships that are working. I don't know if it's we are focusing more on the negative more than the positive. But I think the reality is that relationships are really not working and marriages are really breaking. Continue.
But then I think the cultural shift, and it's not only cultural and ideological. People, we're moving from a time where people only knew one thing, what my fathers and forefathers and mothers were doing is what is right. But then now we're in a time where we want to explore. We're a bit more fluid, we're a bit more flexible. We want to try out new things.
New
So-
people.
New people. So and then people have gotten to know their worth. There is a meme I saw, and then it was saying that I didn't know that knowing my worth would be this expensive, because when you know your worth, your timeline or your inbox is just empty. So people actually know their worth, and they don't want to settle for anything less.
But what is this knowing your worth?
Knowing your worth,
Because
is,
nowadays it's like, me, I left him. You think I don't know my worth? I'm like, what is this knowing your worth?
knowing your worth is not taking. I don't want to curse, but not taking.
Not taking BS.
Not taking BS from anyone. Now women have and then social media has really exposed us. You know,
Valid.
at first people didn't know like what happens in relationships outside.
She even
We
shifted.
Yes, I need to tell you this. We didn't know that women are receiving flowers, women are being flown out. We didn't know that men
You
are
know
being
that?
pampered. At first, we didn't. We only saw our neighbors
I'll
whose
interject,
husbands
let her
are
jump,
beating them,
yeah.
but providing for them. So people had that. That's what love, or that's what marriage is supposed to be. But then now we're seeing.
Persevering.
Man,
We saw men now we're seeing on social media women taking care of their men, giving them money. But what did you know in your village? It was supposed to be the man going to hustle and bringing food. But then since now we know that a woman can also help me, you're like, so me now I know my worth. I need to be with a woman who also supports me.
I have
Even
a
women.
differing view on that. Firstly, I think there's a lot of selfishness Now, naturally, the predominant perspective is that men, and not to make it a gendered thing, you guys always, naturally, you've been raised to put yourself first. I genuinely believe a large percentage of men put themselves first. Even if they don't have any factual evidence about anything and they feel like, me just don't like this girl, they'll dump her and leave. You know, they won't think about, how is she gonna feel about it? Yes, men are very, like, that's why they say believe a man when he tells you something. You know, these guys who are like, yeah, I just like you like a girlfriend. Why should we get married? He's directly telling you, I'm not going to marry you, point blank, period. But then I also feel as though the whole concept of knowing your worth is very subjective. It's so difficult to give it an objective terminology and assume it goes across the board. Because for some people, knowing their worth is they didn't have to compromise on things because there was a man who was willing to meet them at that point.
Sorry, before you continue. You see, one thing that I'm getting from you guys when you're talking about knowing your worth, it's like it's only the ladies who are knowing their worth.
No, but then I also
But
said
men are selfish. So they've
Byron.
always
It's like
known
it's-
their worth.
I've also said about men.
Men have
now.
always known that. What do you mean? Men have always
I also
known.
said something about
Yeah.
men.
Men have always known. They don't have to compromise. Which man has compromised? Tell me. Which man? Have you ever compromised?
Now let me tell
No,
you
no,
one
no,
thing.
Byron, have you
Do
ever
do know
compromised?
the way Rejoice said right now is when now we are so free and we are getting to know what is happening in a lot of marriages, right?
Yeah.
Do you know that right now is when we are knowing even a lot of men are going through GBV?
Gender based.
Something that has been happening, but since men have been
Since men
taught you have to man up. So even if
Yeah.
they are being beaten at home, they don't say.
Why you laughing?
or you think it's something that started just recently?
No,
I'm sure
it's
it has
not.
been happening.
Yeah, for sure.
Has been happening.
So I think this thing has been across the board. It's just that for men, they have not really been open or free because they feel like if they talk about it,
they're no longer
They're perceived a certain way.
yes, they
Negative
are perceived as
mas-
weak,
negative
something of that sort. You
masculinity.
see.
But if we were to bring it to the Junubi context, because I think from my limited East African experience, and that's particularly maybe just like Kenya or Uganda, one thing I know is that like Kenyans
Kenyans
Even
what?
beat men?
Kenyans what?
Kenyans are for themselves. They know, like, okay, the concept of polygamy, right? I think in East African country, I mean, in South Sudan, we know it's a real thing, guys. So the concept of cheating on your wife is not a real thing. It's simply, I'm expanding my lineage, right? And many of the time, even when a woman is brought home, people haven't really like gotten married in the way of I'm coming through the door. We know there's a lot of window marriages, and so even the whole concept of finding the love of your life. What was your wife then?
I don't get you there. What is
I'm
the
saying-
point you're
Finding
driving
the love
at?
of your life when you're already married.
Yeah, finding the love of your life when you're already married.
I think the issue is people marry wrong at times. That is one thing we need to accept.
Yo,
Because people marry for a lot of wrong reasons.
give us the reasons, expert.
You agreed to marry that or to get married to that guy because he has money.
Yeah.
I was going
But-
to tell you, marrying for money is never wrong.
Okay, it's never wrong. It's never wrong. It's never
Man is a
wrong
valid
till you
reason
get
to
to
be
the
with someone.
till you get married, and the guy is not providing the other things that you expect to get as a
No
woman.
emotional
It's
support.
No emotional.
Yeah.
It's only the money.
Yeah.
Then now you start being resentful, feeling like you're not getting enough, and you go out. You start
people
looking for
know
someone who will
hunger.
give you that.
Yeah, and there's always a man
And
who's-
that is another. That is
Byron,
one. That is
do you
one.
know hunger?
That is and that is one ground.
Okay, you're talking
for-
about emotional
Listen,
support.
That is one ground for the marriage to break up.
True, true.
As a man, I married her because of her figure.
Yeah.
She gives birth, the figure changes.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You guys,
This is-
actually,
this
for
is-
figure
Byron,
is
let
wrong.
me
This is what
interject.
I
money is
wanted.
easy.
Let me
that's what I'm
interject.
saying. That's what
I
I'm
think,
saying. We marry for wrong reasons.
but that's one thing.
That's why.
as a man, wait,
later I
wait.
realized, this was not the love of my life. It was the figure that I looked.
The figure of my my youth, the figure that I
So
wanted.
you go looking for another figure.
And there's always another
Why would
figure.
you
There's
go look
always
for
another
another
figure.
figure?
There's always
Now,
another
you can't
figure.
look for a brain.
Huh?
Since you married now again you're marrying the second wife for the wrong
Because
reason.
that is what they are
you
looking
married
for.
for figure and it was wrong.
But
you're
that's what
supposed
you're
to
looking
change
for.
now and
Now
look
you
for
are agreeing
brains.
with my point. which is people marry for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, but I wanted to interject and I wanted to ask as a young man in this generation, I think one of the most baffling things I've encountered in life, especially like with my body changing, is that why would you like why do men expect women not to grow, not to be stagnant in life? Like if you are skinny after marriage, after pregnancy, after you've fed me, how many dates have you taken me on? That was food in my belly. You didn't give me a break to do nothing. Why is that? Why do men body shame? I think we don't talk about that enough. Just to digress a bit.
Do you know the funny thing? You ladies body shame each other more than men.
But
body shaming the ladies.
But
It's
you
true.
Yes.
you said you loved.
I was just giving an example of when you asked why is it that
Marriage is
after
a-
marriage you find someone again now is like not contented with this person,
Yeah.
is looking for another
Yeah.
person, which I was trying to explain. It's because they married for the wrong reason. Them, they were looking at something else,
Not the then
not beyond that, you see, forgetting that I'll marry this person and because of biological issues she'll give birth and the body will change.
what if
So I shouldn't expect that she'll remain this
The
figure
same.
forever.
But do you think it's a
But-
reality that as men, realistically, because there's been a narrative that's been pushed that a man's like, no, I like a natural woman, but then you're dating girls who like have like it's okay to like
BBLs.
You see, it's the same. It's the same way I'll say. Ladies will say, me, I want to marry someone who loves me, but they date people who have money. So it's
Because
not
if you
it's
love
not
me, you
everyone.
provide
You-
for
you
me.
find it's
If you
just
don't
a
have
group.
money, you can't
There's a
love
section of
well.
men. There's a section of men.
Byron.
You see the way you're
If
saying.
you don't have money, you
As a
can't
man,
love
I'll
me
also
well.
say, I want someone I can take photos with and walk with and like show off.
Let me tell you what
Byron.
You
Prophet
see.
Hubert Angel says. They marry you for your legs, you marry them for their money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that is the thing. If it's a give and take, well, I'm good.
But that's
you
not-
went for the money, you came for the figure. If the money ends, leave him. If your figure changes, he leaves you. If that is what you are
No,
going
but
into marriage.
then society has made it right for a man to leave a woman when the body changes. But then when a woman
Which
leaves a
society is
man,
that?
Yeah.
Which society is that?
This one.
let's
Which
talk
one?
about here. In fact,
Okay,
not just
here.
here,
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
If you marry someone and you leave them because of their money, especially a woman, the way they will come for you. But then when a man leaves the woman because her body has changed,
They even feel like it's justified.
No. I think it's this generation. Because let me ask you, our parents during their times, why is it that the level of divorce was not as high as?
Because they knew why
No.
they were marrying.
Yes.
and then
So the problem is this. In our generation, one, we are marrying for the wrong reasons.
Not
Two,
character.
we are getting into marriages with very unrealistic expectations.
Money is unrealistic?
No, man is not unrealistic.
Yeah.
The thing is, you're expecting it to be there all the time, forgetting that life happens.
Oof.
Life happens.
Byron, I want to disagree with you on this. Why divorces were unheard of during our parents' time was this. People didn't have choices, by the way, especially women. Like their choices and their access to resources, to almost everything was really limited.
To a man.
To just even, they didn't even have the exposure.
Good.
Because now, as a woman, you have kids, you don't have any source of income. And even the source of income that you have is supposed to surrender it to your husband. You don't have savings, you have nothing. There is no way you would leave that marriage.
What the
even
marriage
for
is
men.
working.
Okay, I actually
What the
agree.
marriage is working.
Let me.
No.
I believe the marriages are working.
They're
all right.
working.
Yeah, yeah.
And that
But-
brings me to this question, the way you've just said it. Does it mean now the issue and the biggest problem to marriages that is causing a lot of divorce is women empowerment?
No. My Byron,
Because
you
the
did
way
not
you're
allow
saying,
me to
you know,
finish.
they did not have money, they did not know
No.
their worth. So it's like, now once they start
No,
earning money,
no,
Byron.
it's
So-
a double-edged
so
sword.
like-
Hansish, you know?
It's a-
when they,
I need to add that.
when they get
this
into
boy
the
is not-
house, it's like a competition. I know my worth. I also can provide.
Yeah, Byron.
So, but at the end of the day, don't you think that we just need to go back to the basic African culture, leave alone even African biblical culture, where the man is the head?
If the man can be the head and actually know how to lead, I believe
have no
100% of women would submit. But men themselves don't know how to lead.
But the women of nowadays want to compete
Byron.
for the position
Because if
of
a man,
the man.
you know, if a man can't lead, a woman steps in. Deborah, why did they ask Deborah's husband to be the one to deliver? Because the man didn't step up, and God knew only through Deborah would Israel.
And what did she do about the husband?
She
Is
still
it
honored
Deborah?
him.
Good.
Byron,
So even
now.
if he's not leading right, still
Ay,
submit.
you.
You are the one who was given that example,
Byron.
and you have
Hey,
said
she
she's still.
stepped
I didn't say.
What
I
have you
did.
said? No. You have
whoa,
said she's
whoa.
still. No. Repeat your word. She's still.
I said
She's still honored.
she honored her husband because God knew that only through Deborah. But what I'm saying is that women naturally will step up. How many
No,
women?
it's just the women of nowadays.
No.
Byron, now me, I wanted to ask you something.
Step
What's your-
up, help, but don't try to take his position.
What does that mean by take his
Byron,
position?
Now you.
Now you want to control him.
How?
You want to give instructions because you have more money than him. You want to.
But
treat
that's what
him
men
like,
do.
or
We're
show him
reminding
that-
you of how you treat us when
let
you
me
get
just
that
now say
money.
what
They're reminding you.
No. Byron's mentality. I need to sit you down and we change it. Me, I wanted to ask you. Let's start from the beginning, from where you catch me
The
from.
beginning.
What's your thoughts on a working marriage? What's a
Oof.
working marriage
To you.
to you?
A working marriage is a marriage where the man knows his place and the woman knows her place.
What does that
But then,
mean?
so
What that means? The man should know that he's the head and is the priest of the house. The woman should know that she's the neck and she's a helper.
that is a working marriage to you.
That
Let's go
marriage
step by
will work.
step.
Okay.
That marriage will work.
Now,
She's the next.
so for you,
She's the head.
you're saying that marriages of these days were working because of the reasons you've just given right now,
Yes,
isn't it?
Yes.
Now let's talk about South Junubian culture. Let's not even go far. Here, most times if you go deep, not even in the villages, even here in Juba, women are the ones working and providing for the households, and men are just not all men. Most men are I don't want to be attacked. They're there in tea places, they are drunk, they're just loitering around, idle. Yet women are providing, doing the actual work of the head. Now I wanted to ask you, does divorce mean that a marriage, only when people divorce, that's when marriages are not working to you?
No.
Because now there is you being in a marriage, you're unhappy, you're fighting all the time, kids are not okay, the families, is that a working marriage to you?
No.
Because that's how marriages back then were.
But I think that's a generalized statement, and that's why I cannot fully agree with that. Because I know of marriages in the past, and they were actually very healthy.
No, I'm
There
talking
was
about the ones that were not okay. Because now, if you see our generation right now, we're dealing with a lot of trauma. And it's not like trauma we got in our adulthood. It's trauma that we got from when we were young. You see men were beating their wives and kids are seeing. That's why many people are now so scared of getting married. Was that marriage working?
It wasn't.
It wasn't working. So now,
But
the
I don't think-
difference right now is when they're beating women or when a man is getting beaten, they divorce. That's the difference. But then it's not like if people had access to divorce back then, many of those marriages would not have.
I don't
have
think
survived.
so, though. I really don't.
So you're okay with someone suffering in a marriage and they're staying
It's
there?
not that I'm okay with someone suffering in a marriage, but I think people chose their suffering. And that's just the reality. And this is an African context thing.
Like something that I said from the start. You married wrong. If you married wrong, you married wrong. That's the thing. If you married wrong, you just married wrong. If you married right, married right. If you married wrong, you'll be beaten.
Just beaten.
Or as a man, you'll also be beaten because even men are being beaten.
Yeah, valid. There's an interview I saw.
The biggest issue is either marrying wrong or marrying right. That is where the issue is.
But is there marrying wrong or marrying right?
Yes, there
Because
is. Yes, there is.
Yes.
Yes,
there
there
is
is.
there is this song that I saw that there are no
It's
perfect
so-
couples
Yes.
because there are no perfect people.
Yeah.
You believe there are right and wrong people?
Yes.
Yes. Listen, it's
Not
like
for you,
you-
but as a human being.
Yes,
Do you think
there are
there is a
wrong
human being?
people.
Come on, are you a Christian?
the thing is this. The thing is this. You see, the way you've just said it, there are marriages that are not In fact, not their marriages.
You cannot find
All
perfect
marriages
relationships.
are not perfect. They are not 100% perfect.
Let me tell you
They are
what.
not 100% perfect. But if you are right for each other, you'll find
make
how to
perfection.
make
There's
it work.
nothing like right for each other.
There is.
We'll show you what that is.
There is.
There is
But
nothing
until
like right
then,
for each
let's-
other.
When you're right for each other, it doesn't mean that you people don't argue.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that you people don't get mad at each
Yeah.
other. But even when you argue, you know how to solve
Handle
your
it.
issues.
Yeah.
How to handle it.
You know each other's weaknesses and each other's strengths. And let me get back
You
to
can
it.
argue, come back, sit down, and I'll say, I'm sorry, I'm wrong.
And that's
you
how
also
you know
admit, I'm sorry,
the
I'm
love
wrong,
of your
please.
life.
Let's
Not these
move
boys
past
you
this.
are
But
with.
that's not
But
right
there is
for
that
each
on the-
other.
eh?
That's not right for each other.
That is right.
So you
Because
expect
are
never
not-
to quarrel?
If you can, if
You expect
can go
never to
back-
quarrel?
No. I expect the quarrel to be there. Me, when you say right people, like right for each other, do you see like a missing piece of a puzzle? How
No.
it just fits easily, and then there is no extra space. When you put that in the context of relationship, it means you people are just perfect. You don't quarrel. You don't.
No, that's
go
not.
sideways.
That's your interpretation
That's
of it.
the interpretation I
That
get
is-
No,
from
no,
the
no.
right
You
people.
see, when you're saying that,
But then-
that
That's
is
perfection.
perfect.
Yeah, you can't be
That is
perfect.
perfection.
There's no perfection.
That is perfection, which we are saying. is
Yeah,
not there.
they were not saying
But
about perfection.
But you can meet people who are too right
For each other.
But you won't be perfect.
Precisely. Have you not seen?
You are
that-
right for each other because you know how to handle issues.
Yeah.
Me, I agree with that point of yours, but then I would not call it right for each other. I'd
What
call
did you
it
call it?
two people who met and chose to stay together.
But that's being right.
But even
being
these people beat each other, met and chose
Yeah.
to stay together.
That's
No,
true.
it's just to beat each other.
No.
But
But
then
they're-
me,
they're
I can
staying
meet
together.
you and choose to be with
But
you.
they're
They
choosing
chose
to stay
To
together.
be together,
and to
and
stay
once they
together.
started being together, they started fighting.
Yeah. And I think maybe the terminology is what rubs you off wrong. It's like you're a right person and you're a wrong person. But I think that's the whole concept. And I think many people, by the way, should be unashamed of breaking up. Because I genuinely believe that if you're not supposed to, if it doesn't end in like covenant, like in the right covenant, you're wasting each other's time. You're stopping that man from meeting his right wife, and you're stopping yourself from meeting your right husband. And I think we're also living in a society that's very, you hold on to the wrong person and you try and force them to be right for
We
you.
fear being lonely. That is the problem.
Being alone, even not even loneliness, just being alone
Being
and moving in
alone.
this life where people will ridicule you, especially women. I don't know about men, and I'd like to hear that perspective to digress a bit.
I'm alone and about peace.
No, but
Actually, I think this is when I'm at my
peak
best.
of peace. Yeah.
Byron.
For real, this is when I'm at my
Baby,
best.
Byron, you've
Because-
not been with someone you truly love, someone who is right for you. This is when you will
Rejoice,
know true
tell us
No,
who
you
the
see,
right
like
person
now,
you've been with.
that's why at the
You
beginning
worry.
when you people asked me what's stressing me up, the only thing that's stressing me is
Is money.
Byron.
Because once I get into a relationship,
Okay.
you say like today,
Uh,
I can decide to sleep at 8, at 9, at 12. No one will ask me whether you
Me, I
don't
like being
text.
asked. Me, I'm not gonna
You
pretend.
see, that
Ask
is
me.
exactly.
Ask
You
me.
have to text someone good night, whether you want it or you don't.
Byron, the
Like,
day you
I'm
meet
at
that
peace.
person, that Delilah or that Jezebel that will
God
turn your
forbid.
life
I've
like
already met the Delilah. That's why right now I'm at peace.
okay. The
That's
day
why
you meet your Esther or your Elizabeth
That's why
or
now
Mary.
really
Exactly.
being alone like this.
It's better.
No.
It's
Yeah,
better.
Byron, now, the day you meet your Mary or Elizabeth or Esther is the day you will
Now
know
I'll be at
that
more
I
peace.
want to stay up
No.
to 12 or
No.
up to
Yes.
midnight
Yeah,
to
but
be
that's
with
peace.
someone.
Because
That's
you see,
peace.
Man, auntie, that's what I'm telling him.
Mary and Esther will bring me more peace.
Yeah.
Maha, that is what I'm
But
saying.
Delilah
Won't.
yes.
No, even you being alone now, you think you're at peace.
I'm
but
at
then,
peace.
no,
But I think
But now
the day
Mary
you
will
meet
bring me
Mary,
I feel like you're
you
imposing
will
on
know that
Byron.
this is real peace and I
I
was
feel like you're
wasting my
imposing on
time.
Byron because maybe you don't believe that
In
there's a
being alone.
system where you being alone is being
Are
at
you-
peace.
are you
No,
alone?
but I'm peace. But then I
you're
don't feel
peace
like that's
or you're
the
at
peak.
peace?
Or-
I'm at peace and I'm peace.
Yes, it's the same thing I'm
Yeah.
saying.
But
I'm
then
at
there is
peace.
there is more peace than
When
what I'm
Esther and Mary come, that's why I'm saying when they
Why
come,
would
they
and
bring more
Mary?
peace.
He's giving
They-
polygamy to
No.
Why is it Esther and
you,
Mary?
Byron.
That's what I'm
But-
saying. When Mary or Esther comes,
Or
more
he's
peace.
saying or
More peace, more peace. Right now I'm at peace. Now when they come, more peace.
But I also
I
see,
at peace.
but
I'm
this
at
is
peace.
this is what
Like,
I feel like the
Gee,
difference is
Byron.
between men and women. I genuinely believe as women we've been trained and taught that the peak is when you
When
meet
you
your
meet-
husband.
Yeah.
Everything will work out. You will have peace. But the thing
true.
is, even in that, for me, honestly, you're going to be the stranger.
Sorry,
Let
I'm,
me
going to,
tell
I'm
you.
going to say this on a podcast. I know some people will see it and might condemn it. But I'm at a point where I feel like if being alone forever is what will give me eternal peace. Like, I don't have that pressure that, yes, I will marry. I'm planning to. I will marry. Not that I will not marry. I will marry. But I'm like, I have no pressure. I'm at a point where I have no pressure when it comes to marriage.
Me, I also, at some point in life, I also got to that
It's
decision.
past. It's past.
That,
At that point in life.
no. Life starts at 40. So I'm at this point where, in case, God forbid though, in case I don't meet him, I don't marry, and I don't have, God forbid, I have kids. I don't know how, but I'll have them. But in case I don't meet him and I end up alone,
Yeah.
I feel like it's better than to feel stuck. Have you ever looked at these women who are stuck in not even just women, people who are stuck in their marriages? You can't stay because you don't, and you can't leave. I'd rather be alone than be stuck.
Let me give you a new term. There is something called anuptophobia.
Anuptophobia?
Anuptophobia.
Anuptophobia.
And
What is
that
that?
is-
That is the fear of marrying wrong. And that is
That
my
is me.
greatest
Likewise.
fear.
Oh
That
my
is
God.
me.
Oh,
That is my
no,
great-
finally.
Everybody
That's why you see,
watching
I'm telling
this.
you, I'd rather marry late, but it won't be late because it will be the
But
right
you want to
time.
marry.
Yeah.
But I marry right.
Yeah.
What about not marrying?
If that is the end goal,
But I mean, I think we should
I
also
don't
be
think we just came to
chill.
live
marry,
and get married.
Yeah.
That is not the
But
Yeah.
then you don't hear people saying that when you die, God is going to ask you, what did you do in this world? And by
You
that,
change
he's
souls.
asking about children.
I'll ask God, was that my purpose?
Yes, he told you
No,
go and
that's
reproduce.
no. He
fill
also
the
said go
earth.
and make nations. That's the New
Even
Testament.
Paul
The
says
New
in the
Testament.
Bible,
If you don't have to marry by the Apostle Paul says if it's not a
if you
must.
can control the flesh.
If you can control the flesh.
Are you controlling
Like
the
that.
flesh, sir?
As at now, yes, I'm doing well. As at now.
You be there playing.
Our time is almost up.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Eh, baby.
But you see, me what I say, you better marry late than marry wrong.
Wrong,
Because
yeah.
I say one of the biggest mistakes that you can never come
Back from
is
is
marrying
marrying
wrong.
wrong.
Because yes, you'll divorce, but once you're married, that is an imprint in your
Yeah.
life forever.
You're a
Even if
divorcee.
you divorce, that is an imprint in
Yeah.
your life forever.
People will
Forever,
call you a
forever.
divorcee. Your kids will not have the same
Forever.
dad.
There is nothing.
Even if you divorce without children, you were once married to that
You're
one is
a
an
divorcee.
imprint.
No, but then in our times today, someone can choose to just identify as someone who has never married before.
That's a divorcee.
And it's not a big deal.
I
No,
can
someone was
even
never
if I'm a
married.
divorcee, I want to identify as someone who has
Me, I
never
don't want to be a
married.
If you
divorcee.
married, you married.
If I'm
God
married, let me
forbid, by
marry
the way.
right.
God
Hey,
forbid.
please. Yeah, I would rather. I think even as a parting shot, I think it is encouraging. We're not saying get into the wrong relationships, but I would rather break up numerous times than marry wrong.
But numerous times. You
numerous
also, what are you
times
looking
also.
for?
No. But okay, not that many
you are
times.
the problem.
You're the problem.
In that
Relax,
case, you are
calm
the
down.
You
problem.
can't tell me that
In
10
that
or
case, you are
20
the
men
you
you've
guys
dated.
like,
huh?
You have
focus.
said numerous. You are the
No,
problem.
but I do believe that you would rather not stay in certain relationships because your goal is just to get married for the sake.
The thing is
than
this, don't get into relationships until you're sure of them.
And even if you're sure of them and it doesn't work
Byron.
out,
Because
get out and
you'll
start
do what-
again.
But at what point do you get sure?
What Zereda is saying, you try, it's not working, go out. You try,
But
it's
that's not
working.
what I
and that is
meant.
another issue because you see, once you develop this character,
You
you'll
won't
even do it in marriage.
Oof.
Because you'll see it's not working. Because what you've taught yourself is once it's not working,
I get
I
out.
opt out.
Yeah. But most men are doing that, so stay.
Which men?
Most men are doing that. By
Of
the
late, it's women. Of late, it's women.
Byron.
Men, I'm campaigning for you. Let's
We know you, sons of Nebuchadnezzar. That's where you're
I know
going.
you.
Yeah.
But I think as a parting shot, what would be your advice to us in this generation when it comes to relationship?
I honestly believe that it's very fundamental for you to understand yourself. I think it's fundamental for you to know what are your weaknesses. It's fundamental for you to know what are things in your past that you haven't dealt with, because every monster in your closet, it'll come out when you're in a relationship. And I also think you don't have to be in a relationship, honestly. I think in this generation, we tell ourselves, I have to be in one because it's the peak. And then when you get there, you realize this is it, then it sucks, you know? So that's my POV.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'd like to agree with Momo on this. You should know yourself. But then, one mistake we're all doing is being strategic with the people we love.
Oof.
I feel like stop being strategic. Once you love someone, just you be yourself and love people genuinely. I know most people are like, oh, I'm being careful because I've ever been hurt before. I'm being careful because of this. My dear, even if you're being careful, you still get hurt. But then there is this, I don't know if it's peace or there is always a reward for kindness. So if you're just being genuinely kind towards the people you love, it will always come back. So just stop being strategic.
Okay. For me, just go out there and find love.
So Byronic. Anyways.
Alrighty. This is episode 1.0 of the Tripod. Stay tuned. Check us out on all social media platforms. We're still Tripod. We're thriving. Catch us on our TikToks, Instagram. You already know how we do it. And before we sum up, you already know we're the what? We're the triplets you never knew you wanted. Salute.
Out.
Wahid itnain talata.
Why settle for 2?
When third time is the charm.
Welcome to the Tripod.